Happy holidays to all, both residents and visitors of these peace-loving Virgin Islands, with special acknowledgement of my constituents of the 3rd District. I am Julian Fraser, representative for the 3rd District and leader of the opposition. To give my holiday message without first letting you know what's in the real world around you will be no different from putting you on a raft without a life jacket and hoping that nothing happens. Our Premier has just given his budget address at the end of November, and he presented a budget just shy of $400 million, $373 million to be exact. The figures suggest that the financial services, which will account for approximately 55% of the budget's revenue, is still doing well and remains vital to our government's very existence. You will think that our seniors are well cared for in this scenario, but I hasten to point out that the realities are the exact opposite, and I am not making this up. This neglect can only be corrected through sound governmental policies. You will think that our roads will be free of the dangers of undermined sections and the nuisance of potholes, but not so at all. You would also think that the issue of water rationing was a thing of the past, but that is not the case either. You live in the community. You know that I'm not making this up. And I can go on and on, but why should I? Government has many strengths from which to draw, the greatest of which should be their conscience. They ought to draw from it and do right by the people they swear to serve and protect. The potential I see in this year brings back memories of old, but I won't at all be surprised if there are still some of you whose feelings are not there yet, given our recent past. For me, I truly believe we're in a good place, considering how in 2017 these holidays were completely wiped out by Hurricanes Irma and Maria. And in 2018, the effects which were still present made it impossible for us to be ourselves. And in 2019, as we thought we had round the bend, in came COVID-19, which ruined both the 2020 and 2021 holiday celebrations. Thank God this year, 2022, we are blessed with having full relaxation of the COVID-19 protocols, including the mask, plus a very quiet hurricane season, good weather, and the opportunity to celebrate and travel free of any inconveniences. Yes, we are still seeing signs that vividly reminds us of Irma and Maria, but they can't stop us from celebrating. And yes, we continue to grieve the loss of loved ones whose presence we have been deprived of by harm brought on by those 2 hurricanes followed by COVID-19. But that should not stop us from celebrating either. Fellow Virgin Islanders, 'tis a season to be jolly. So go on and deck the halls with boughs of holly and sing ye joyous and together. We have once again been given the opportunity to freely travel and congregate, but we must police ourselves in order to make sure it stays that way. I must confess that I am yet to resume normal habits, including visits to the hospital, but my heart and prayers are with the sick, especially those that are in the hospital. The grief and pain which afflicts this territory is worth a mention, especially in the communities I represent. Persons from my district who have passed on since the last holidays, such as Clarence Thomas, Dr. Keith Parker, Patrick Harewood, Licia Rubain, Calvin McTavius, Irene Allen, Leonard Linton, Marion Nibbs, Palmer Brown, Christianita Fraser, Marilyn Smith, Ayanta Martin, Stephanie Ben, Ivor Todman, and Walter Davis should not go without a special mention. They were all persons with whom I had special friendships and missed dearly. So there is no better time than now to express my sorrow to these families that mourn, and let them know that I too mourn their loss, by saying, "You are not alone, for I feel your pain, and I grieve with you." Even with that said, for the morale of the country and for your own personal health, I expect to see our stores stacked with goods and bustling with shoppers, vibrant lighting, and seasoned decorations, all aimed at erasing memories of the recent past. And what would a season be like without caroling and serenading? We have already gotten a start with the season's exposition in the city. You can't ask for anything better to build on. I must say that I always find delight at this time in saying, on behalf of my wife Carrie and myself, how thankful I am to the people of the 3rd District for their expressions of love and confidence in me, for having me as their representative for this, my 24th holiday season. I thank you. And may I extend greetings to all the people of the territory, particularly my constituents, both those at home in the Virgin Islands and in St. Thomas, St. Croix, and St. John, United States Virgin Islands. May each of you and your loved ones, both near and far, have a happy and prosperous holiday season.